Hello, everyone out there. So, today I'm going to be exposing all these really dumb listings that I found on Facebook Marketplace, on Letgo, and on Amazon, where people are just upselling switches and switch lights. It seems to be like, it's just crazy about how much, considering COVID-19 is such a serious thing that's going on right now. I get that big, massive consumer marketplaces that usually sell these switches are like sold out of them right now, but like that's not the biggest thing they should be focusing on anyways. I My local Walmarts are all sold out of switches and switch lights. Target in my area has like a massive amount of switch lights still in stock, but not switches. And GameStops in my areas are still open, don't have any switches. So I can see why people are like scrambling to buy a Switch, but like people are taking advantage of that by upselling like these listings. But I understand upselling to a certain point, but like upselling to an extreme amount is just absolutely mundane in my opinion. So these Nintendo Switches, usually there's no Nintendo Switch under $400 on any of these. Like there's no Switch listed under $400 on any of these. So even to buy a Switch for $400 or anywhere over $400 is just it's just so dumb. Like it's I would never ever do that. I would never ever hope that anyone would do that. And with the Switch Lite too, it's so crazy that I haven't really seen that much of a listing under $250. There is one on here that I will be sharing with you guys. It's the dumbest one of them all. Because he claims that he's not getting a profit from it. He's not trying to do it for a profit, which he clearly is. It's just so dumb, and I'll read that in a minute. But here we have this guy selling his for $270. Thanks, Chris Velez, for being a piece of shit. $450 with extras. It's a bundle, by the way. Extras not including the things that usually come with the Switch, that being the dock, the grips, and the charger and the HDMI. He's just bundling the carrying case and Civilization 6, which is a pretty shitty game still in my opinion. And the carrying case and the game aren't worth $150 extra you'd be buying for a brand new Switch anyways. So these are the only ones in my local area, but if you scroll down, obviously the farther you go down, the more farther it gets from your local area. So this one's in, I don't know, it's in Ohio. $250, outrageous. $240, outrageous. As you scroll down, there's just more listings for more places like this. Oh, $425. Wow, that's the lowest we've seen so far, considering this one was 450 up there. 600 pretty much for that Nintendo Switch. 508, 286. Man, almost $300 for that Switch Lite. $300. You could be buying a brand new Switch for that price. So, now let's move over to Letgo because I think Letgo has the worst ones. This one is a post that's been up over a month now. It says a month plus. So, I think obviously this one went up before the pandemic started happening. So, and I already messaged this guy a week ago and he never got back to me. So I don't think he's active. And even if he was active, he would probably change his listing to like over 400. This one's selling an Animal Crossing version, like it's the limited edition Animal Crossing one, $600. This I'm not sure how much this is worth. Like I don't know if this is worth a little bit extra because it's an Animal Crossing one or whatever, but $600 is still outrageously, like it's just kind of dumb in my opinion. I wouldn't pay $600 for that. This blue Switch Lite here is possibly my favorite one. $235. You're thinking, okay, that's not terrible compared to all the other ones out there. But let me go ahead and read this ad posting here because he's a hero. He's a hero and he's doing you a service, by the way. So he bought this 2 days ago, downloaded some demos, and played them for a little bit. Hands got cramped, and I did not like the way it feels on my hands. And I will say this, and I get that maybe it's just a preference, but as a person who's owned a Switch and a Switch Lite, the Switch Lite is definitely the best feeling, in my opinion. I think it has the best like form of grip that there is. It felt the most comfortable in my hands, and my hands do not cramp. And I just got done literally playing like 5 hours of it. He said, I did not buy this in order to sell it for a large profit. That's bullshit. I believe that my price reflects that. This device cost me $214, and that is with the tax. And now I don't know if he's like disclaiming that he paid $214 for the Switch plus the tax on top of that, or if he just paid 200 plus tax. That would be like, because when I paid $200 for mine, it was $213, like obviously with the tax. I just think that is what I think that's what he meant. And but like still $235. So if we scroll down, like the Switch, these devices are hard to come by. No, they're not. Please keep in mind that the price reflects to the fact that you, the buyer, do not have to call the stores constantly in order to see if they have Switch lights in stock. Sorry, there's a helicopter going over my building at the moment, so if you can hear that, I'm very sorry. Also, importantly, the price reflects to the fact that you do not have to unnecessarily go out in public like I had to do. In the end, you are basically paying a little extra for not having to do the steps just mentioned. Wow, you're such a fucking hero. You are such a hero. You went out of your way, put yourself in harm's way just to go buy a Switch in public that people are going to pay 35 extra fucking dollars for. 35 extra fucking dollars that you can be like saving in order to, buy a game, do anything more than pay extra for fucking buying this guy's fucking Switch. I am willing to discuss possible shipping arrangements if needed. Please note that the cost of shipping will be added onto the listing price shown, no more, no less. So, hey, bud, you're doing us all a favor here. You really put yourself in harm's way, and frankly, your price reflects it because you are just the white knight of all Switch Lite owners that are trying to get rid of their Switch Lite. You just didn't like the way it feels. You bought it for one fucking day, downloaded a couple of demos, and just thought, I don't like it. It just feels weird. So I'm going to sell it for $235. Fucking stupid. John Carpenter, you are by far the worst I've ever seen on this ad listing. Fuck you, bud. By the way, I just want to mention this right now, that it did not take me long to find a Switch Lite in my local area. I just called my Target and said, hey, do you guys have Switches or Switch Lites? And they said, yeah, we have a whole bundle of Switches here and Switch Lites just in our cabinet here. You just have to come ask us. And that's all I had to go do. And you know what? It took me 10 minutes. I got back to my apartment and I set it up. As opposed to this guy who doesn't even live in my area. I had to drive, maybe like 30 minutes to go see this dude or something like that? I don't know. That's just a rough estimate. I'm fine, buddy. I'm fine. Fuck you. That was the only Switch and Switch Lites that I found on Letgo. I just thought I had to share that. I thought that guy was really stupid. Amazon's no better. This one was pretty outrageous. If I went right here, you can go to new and used. $575 for a brand new one, which is pretty dumb. And if I kept scrolling forward even more, I went to the end. I was just curious to see how much the most expensive one was. $700, and it's like new. I mean, you're paying for a like new one. This is probably like a later model, not even, or an earlier model, sorry. Possibly the one with like the lower, like the weaker battery, not the new one with the better battery. So you're basically paying $700 for a like new one, and signature required, 4-day delivery, or 4 delivery, sorry. He didn't have 4, like as in FOR, so quite professional. So, $700. $700 fucking dollars. That's $400 more you'd be paying. Yeah, that's 400 fucking more dollars you'd be paying for a Switch that's not even brand new. So, take that at your own leisure. Scrolling up even more, $260 for the Switch Lite, and you get a protective case. And this isn't even it doesn't even look like a Nintendo branded like case. It just looks like a $15 case you would find at like GameStop or Walmart or something. So, yeah. $260. Walmart.com is pretty bad too. I won't show those listings, but they're pretty bad with their prices right now too. I found that the only place that I was able to get a like fair costed Switch Lite was at Target, and that literally took me like 10 minutes. So, um, and you don't have to worry about ever getting mugged or meeting these people and being afraid that these guys are going to mug you. I mean, I understand that people are scared, and there's always a risk when buying stuff on like the Facebook Marketplace. So, going to Target, I think I'll take my odds and just go to Target. So, to all the people trying to upsell Switches and Switch Lights, go to hell, and I really hope you die. So, fuck you, and